The book I will be talking about today is Desire of the Soul, an adventure of the spirit and a love story by Pastor Henry B. Kleinert. Pastor Kleinert was an old friend of my grandfather, and he gave my family autographed copies of the book when it was originally published. Pastor Kleinert was born in Madison in early 1917, and he died in 2004 at the age of 87. This is the only book he's written. He was born in Wisconsin and lived in rural Minnesota for most of his early life. When Henry was a teenager, his parents divorced. The divorce troubled him so much that he began to rebel in school and against his parents. He even tried to run away from home when he was 15, but was stopped by his friend Speck, who threatened to shoot him with a shotgun if he left. After this altercation, he realized his errors and he turned to Scripture to help him. This new relationship with God led him to begin working with children during the summer at various camps and in the big band orchestra. He met Helen, a counselor at one of these camps, and they later married in 1940. World War I had started, and the Kleinerts wanted to be involved. They decided to canoe the Mississippi River. Henry and Helen recruited their two friends, Pat and Mickey, to go on their journey with them. The men, Henry and Mickey, canoed, while the women, Helen and Pat, drove their Model A car along the shore. The majority of this book consists of anecdotes and snapshots of their trip on the Mississippi, mainly the people they met along the way. Kleinert focuses on the strangers that had opened their homes to them and fed them home-cooked food when they had none. He writes on page 21, "The adventure of canoeing was met by the adventure of meeting what I believe is the real soul of our great nation, humble, caring, and loving people." He writes in detail about the families they met, names, their stories, and the memories that they all made together in small towns across the Midwest. The book follows their journey across the Mississippi and briefly describes Henry's service in the Air Force once they reach their destination. After the war is over, Henry realizes his calling is to be a pastor. He gets ordained, and he and Helen settle down in Ennis, Texas. He preaches at Grace Lutheran Church until his death. This book also serves as an interesting historical look at how different life was like in the 1940s. He writes that he and Helen got into strangers' cars and they stayed in the homes of people that they never met. On page 35, he writes that he sold a piece of gold jewelry for $1, and the two of them saw a movie for 11 cents. But ultimately, the main theme of this book is God and your spiritual relationship with Him. Pastor Kleinert often talks about how going on this journey and facing unexpected things strengthened his relationship with the Lord. On page 155, he writes, "The search for adventure brought another dimension, the soul's sincere desire to be what God intended, a harmony with what is eternal. I found what I was not looking for, a spiritual dimension, eternal truths, the sanctity of life and love, and the great adventure, a search for the soul." This quote really shows the spiritual and emotional nature of the pastor's writing. His writing is mostly informal, and it is told in the first person. He tells his story through memories and old photographs printed on the book's pages. The purpose of this book is to share his incredible story and to show how his relationship with God came to be. It is very religious, but it is not condescending or pushy against other religions. It is an exciting and wonderful true story that every spiritual person can relate to. I recommend this book to anyone looking to